This conference will now be recorded.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everyone, wherever you are. First of all, thank you so much for attending this online session in Boost Your Tech Knowledge and Career through Oracle Recognition Program by Jennifer Nicholson. On behalf of Nepal Oracle User Group, I would like to thank Jennifer a lot for accepting our invitation. And this session is going to be a very important session because it is related to our career and enhancing our tech knowledge. Uh, Let me share something. I have been attending Oracle conference Sangam for last 2 years. Sangam uh, is a Oracle conference program that is held in the India, and it's in the Bangalore or in the Hyderabad. And attending Sangam is very beneficial for me. I have enhanced my tech skill, my career, and my goals attending the Sangam. And I have realized the power of community and how we can help each other to grow. And with the Oracle community in our country, in Nepal, we can support each other to enhance our skill. Uh, I had, I had during Sangam, I had the opportunity to meet a lot of Oracle experts in person and had the opportunity to learn from them. And it's an awesome opportunity. Uh, this year we had planned to organize Oracle Groundbreakers in Nepal, but due to COVID-19 issue and restriction in travel, it may postpone to next year. And in Nepal, we have few Microsoft MVPs. Microsoft Most Valuable Professional is a recognition program by Microsoft. And likewise, MVPs, we have Oracle S. Oracle S Associate, Oracle S, and Oracle S Directors are three level of recognition rewarded by Oracle. Mm, Unfortunately, there is no Oracle S at all in Nepal, and I have not heard about any Nepalese being Oracle S till date. So, in our today's session, Jennifer will share how this recognition will help us to boost our tech knowledge and our career. Um, our ultimate goal is to have at least 5 Oracle S in our country in next 2 years, and definitely these Oracle S will help the community to grow and enhance their career. And Jennifer has been with Oracle for last 6 years and is the director of advocacy program on the Groundbreaker team. She manages three recognition program: Oracle Ace, Groundbreaker Ambassador, and Java Champions. She loves working with the developer community and sharing how individual can benefit in their job and career by connecting with the community programs. And as usual, I would like to humbly request everyone to stay mute till the end of the session. And one thing, you may raise your question via text in the chat section anytime during the during the webinar and presentation itself, and we will grab them and reply during the session itself. In the same way, I request everyone to fill up the feedback form. We will post feedback form in the chat section very soon. And considering the current scenario, we would like to request everyone to stay home, stay safe, take care of you and your family. And now, without further ado, I would like to hand over control to Jennifer, and Jennifer will start with her introduction and exciting session. Jennifer, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. Yeah, I have hand over the control to you. Jennifer,
Yep,
all yours.
just let's give me 1 second. Is that okay for everybody?
Yep.
Hopefully
Yes.
it is. Okay. Great, thank you. All right, so thanks for that great introduction. And as was mentioned, I've been with Oracle almost 6 years, and I've been in the same organization the whole time working on community programs. I know Oracle is humongous, so I'm in the marketing organization, and I'm very lucky to work on these community programs. The members in the programs are amazing. They're people that love helping their peers and sharing knowledge. So they're a great group of people, and I feel very fortunate. And I'm excited to share with you how the programs can help you both in doing your jobs and in your career too. So this is just a quick agenda. I'm going to talk about the 3 programs, the benefits, and kind of a path you can take and how to build your network. All right, and as was mentioned, there's 3 programs that I'm going to talk about: the ACE program, the Ambassador program, and Java Champion program. So what are the ACEs? What do they do? The program is the ACEs focus on Oracle products. I know that sounds obvious, but another program is a little bit different. So they're talking about Oracle products, and to be in the program, you can nominate yourself or somebody can nominate you. That's how you join the program. And we have 3 levels: the associate, ACE, and ACE director. So the associates are people that have been contributing in the community a year or 2, and the ACEs have generally been active 2 to 5 years, and ACE directors 5 or more years. And when I mean active, I don't mean they've been in their jobs that long. I mean they've been contributing in the community. So you could be, you know, a DBA for 10 years, and then you start contributing for a year or 2, and then you're at that associate level. So that's kind of the difference between the 3 levels. And what do these ACEs do? So a lot of the ACEs enjoy presenting at user group conferences, and many of them travel all around the world to do so. And Sangam was already mentioned. Sangam's a popular one, and I have been to Sangam in Bangalore. It's an amazing conference. There's user group conferences all over that the ACEs present in. And then they also write a lot. So I would say most ACEs blog. Many write books, some write articles, like in user group newsletters or for Oracle.com or in other publications. So many of them enjoy writing. And it's true, we do not have an ACE yet in Nepal, but I'm also hoping that you have 5 in the next 2 years too. And as you can see, it's a global program. We have ACEs all over the world. It started in 2003. We have about 450 ACEs now. To give you an idea of where they are, you can see. And I'm going to talk about the ambassador program next. So the big difference between ambassadors and ACEs are all the ambassadors talk about Oracle Cloud. Okay, but they don't, besides cloud, they don't just talk about Oracle products. It can be other things like DevOps, machine learning, chatbots, microservices, etc. So it's all different topics. And again, they present, and some of them blog, but most of them, and they're presenting at developer conferences. That's the other difference. Is before I mentioned ACEs, we're speaking at Oracle User Group conferences like Sangam. Groundbreaker ambassadors are presenting at conferences like DevX, Great Indian Developer Summit's probably the one closest to you. But again, developer conferences all over the world. And we have about 70 ambassadors. So 450 ACEs, 70 ambassadors. And this program started in 2017. So it's kind of a baby compared to the ACE program. And then the last program is the Java Champion program. And this actually started at Sun Microsystems all the way back in 2005. And then when Oracle bought Sun, the program came over to Oracle. And it's a little bit different because whereas ACEs and Groundbreaker ambassadors, you can nominate yourself or a peer can nominate you. Java champions are nominated to be in the program by other Java champions. So it's a little bit unique. And these are the characteristics they look for Java champions. And then all of our programs have a lot of networking. This is just some Java champion examples. Not sure if you know whose birthday it is, but Java is turning 25 this year, so there's a lot of Java birthday cakes going around. And I'll talk a little bit more about the networking later. So just kind of a quick summary of when you're in the program, what the benefits are, is we do put together a lot of content for the ACEs and ambassadors. So not just at Open World and at Code One, but also we have a lot of virtual briefings. So what this means is whatever topic the ACEs are really interested in, like we just had a 20C preview by the VP of in database and talking about the upcoming features. So it's exclusively for ACEs, and then you can ask questions, and then you get contact with those product managers or VPs, which is really nice. And we also do some of the briefings at larger conferences too. And like I mentioned, the access and then travel support. So, I mentioned those 3 levels, and the top level in ACE, the ACE director. ACE directors are eligible to get airfare and hotel to go and travel and speak at conferences. So that's a nice benefit. And then, as I've mentioned, there's lots of networking events. So if you're not in the program yet, how can you benefit now? So I'm going to just give you some directions on kind of how to get there. All right, so the first step is when you're part of the community, right? So we recommend you just register at community.oracle.com, and I'll walk you through that. And then you start to follow Oracle social media, and you subscribed to email newsletters. That's kind of the first step. And then the next step, is signing up for a free tier account. I'm curious if any of you have signed up already, but Oracle has an amazing offer for the free tier and what you can access and what you get for that. So I'd encourage you to sign up for the free tier. And also the next step on community.oracle.com is to start asking questions in the forums. There's also GitHub and Stack Overflow. There's other forums too to get involved with and start asking questions when you need help with your job or questions on your job. Oh, yes.
The free tier account means, is it a cloud free tier account or the account that we used to create on the Oracle itself?
It's a free cloud account. Oh. And at the end, I'll give you some URLs too.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah. I hope all your members sign up because it's a great offer. I think we offer kind of more for free than all of our competitors. So it's pretty amazing.
Jennifer, we might need a help regarding the free tier account, because in our country we do not have an international credit card, so we are not able to sign up. But I have seen that during Sangam, we are allowed to create a Oracle Cloud free tier account bypassing the credit card information. So,
okay.
Is it possible that if we collect the list of the users, is it possible you to forward the list of the users so that they can be whitelisted on the credit card information and all this stuff? Because
yes,
basically,
Yeah, I can definitely look into that because I know we do whitelist them by groups, and I didn't, and I do know you're right that you do need a credit card, and that's
Mhm.
more just so that they don't have people creating, 50 accounts, so they can tie the validate
Okay.
who the people are really. So yeah, so we can talk about that offline for sure.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Jennifer.
Sure.
Yeah.
So the next step once you become active is participating in user group events, which you're doing right now, and then answering questions and blogging and writing articles. And then after you're doing that, hopefully you want to apply to be in the program, and you could be presenting and volunteering. So
Jennifer,
yes,
we have a one question from the one of the attendees. Do Java champions get the travel support as Oracle is?
so it's a little bit different for Java champions. For like Code One, for example, last year we did pay for hotel support for people to come for our briefing.
Mhm.
So before Java One, or excuse me, before Code One and Open World, we have a full day briefing. So we have again, VPs and product managers come in and talk to the ACE directors for a full day. And the same for Java Champions. We have a full day event, and we have something similar for Groundbreaker ambassadors. So we pay for a hotel for all those members to attend those events. And then certain speakers at Code One will get travel support too. Does that,
Okay.
hopefully that answers.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Excuse me. So the first step, so if you want to save time, if you've got questions when you're doing your job, is to register at community.oracle.com. And I'm going to walk you through it because I think it helps to have kind of visuals to get there. But if you start at the top there and you go to that, we call it the hamburger, and you scroll down to Groundbreakers, and then you can pick all those different categories of things to follow. So database is obviously a very big one. And then this is an example of what those pages look like. And you can't see, but it scrolls down very far, excuse me, of all different resources just related to database. So that's a great place to go to get a lot of information in one place. All right, and then now we're going to talk about growing your network and how to get engaged. So it's pretty easy with our advocates how to get involved and grow your network. So the first thing I'm going to teach you how to do is searching our directory, identifying who would be a good match for you to follow and engage with, and then to connect with them. So we have a directory of all of our advocates, so the ACEs, ambassadors, and Java champions. And you go to this directory, and then you can search by name, company, expertise, level, country, etc. And then, so say you search by database, you're going to get actually a couple hundred people. But once you find a person that you think that matches your area of expertise, this is their profile page. So all of our advocates have profile page. So I'm going to point out their homepage so you can go check out their homepage. And then also their blog links, LinkedIn, and discussion forum is actually means community.oracle.com. That's their profile there. So drill down further. And sorry, I didn't mention Tim is an Oracle ACE director and a Groundbreaker ambassador. So there is some overlap between the programs too, with, between them. So this is an example of his website with his articles. So Tim is unique. He gets over 1 million hits per month to this website. about 900,000 unique visitors. He has a ton of information on his website. So you can do this with other advocates too. Look at their site, check out their blog posts, see if it's a fit for what you're interested in. As I've mentioned before, there's a lot of different areas that you can contribute. You know, some people like to blog, some like to present. People do what interests them and what they enjoy. So some people just have a lot of videos too that they do. And as you can see, Tim's created a lot of videos also. So you can go there. And the next thing to do once you find those people that match what you're interested in is connect with them. So not just on social media, not just on Twitter, for example, but also LinkedIn and follow their blog, etc. Okay, so you can see kind of how to find people for your network and see how to get kind of support on Oracle products. But next, I wanted to talk about your career specifically. And I want you to hear from somebody who is also an ACE director and a Groundbreaker ambassador.
Hello, my name is Brendan. I'm from Ireland and I'm an Oracle ACE director and an Oracle Groundbreaker ambassador. I've been involved in the Oracle kind of community for a very long time now, since going back into kind of the mid 2000s and probably actually before that back into the 90s in its various different forms. So if you kind of take user groups, you know, in particularly Ireland and the UK, I've been kind of blogging and presenting about Oracle technologies for way over 10 years now, probably 15 years now. And the reason I got involved in it is that, you know, I used to go to a lot of these Oracle events and I used to learn so much from all the different presenters. And then I found over time is that, you know, I was able to contribute to some of the discussions at the presentations and different other discussions that were going on around the conferences. And then, you know, I got asked would I present at them, and it kind of took off from there. And now I get to present at lots of different conferences around the world. Not just about Oracle technologies, but I also get to present at, you know, other kind of developer conferences like DevOps, you know, PyCon, so the Python conferences, and the Open Data Science conferences as well. So I don't just talk about Oracle technology, I kind of talk about how other technologies work together within kind of the Oracle kind of, if you want to call it, ecosystem with Oracle tools. And, you know, as part of the presenting, you know, I started to do lots of blogging, which then turned into I've written a number of books on Oracle technology. So if you want to kind of some of the machine learning features within the database and within the autonomous databases, you know, I've written the first books on all of those. I've also kind of written a book on like data science that you see down here. You know, that has turned into a bestseller over the last kind of couple of years on Amazon and has been translated into 6 different languages. So, and I actually I'm kind of contributing to a new book that's coming out later this year. So getting involved, sharing your knowledge, you don't have to be an expert. Everybody has something to give, and by kind of giving is by sharing your experiences, you know, by sharing your experiences on a project and on how you overcome certain problems becomes valuable to lots of other people in the community. You know, you can help by sharing out, you know, in the times that we're in it, by organizing webinars, taking part in webinars, hosting webinars. There's lots of different ways you can get involved in the community. And then, you know, over time, as you become more comfortable with that, you might want to get into presenting, or blogging is a great way of sharing it. You know, and some of the writings isn't just on books, they're also with different kind of journals and magazines. For example, you'll find some articles written by me on Oracle Magazine.
Okay.
Hello, my name is Brendan. I'm from Ireland, and I'm
all right, sorry about that. So one of the important things that Brendan mentioned is, well, a couple things. One is a lot of people start very small. They start by when they have a problem doing their job, they write a little blog about how they solved it. Sometimes it's just to remind themselves in the future so they can go back to it, but that's an easy way to get started on a blog. Is just pick little things that you've learned and kind of document them. And then, as you heard from Brendan, he started just by going to conferences and listening and learning and networking, and then he finally started presenting himself, and that for him led to blogging and then to the writing of many books. So that's just an example kind of how the path can, start and progress.
Uh,
Oh,
Jennifer, we have
yeah,
one question from Romin.
sure.
Uh, he has just registered an account in the community.oracle.com, and after login to the site, he saw a 55 points in his profile. So what does this profile points mean?
So have you heard of gamification? Do you know what gamification is?
No.
Okay, so gamification is a lot of people, you get points for doing things.
Oh,
So on community.oracle.com, if you answer questions, you get points. If you post content, you get points. It's basically the more you participate on the platform, the more points you
mhm.
get. And then there are leaderboards. So a leaderboard will be by different kind of topic. And actually, that's another good way to find people on community.oracle.com is the people that are most active in certain product areas or topic areas have the most points. So you can go to the leaderboards and find the most active people. And there's
Okay.
some ACEs
Mhm.
that all they do for community contributions are answer questions, because they answer a lot of questions. So
Mhm.
that's just one way.
So is there any role of this poet in the Oracle Ace nomination? Means is there any requirement? Means you need to
Yeah,
have
so
a. Mhm.
yes, so that's the thing. There's no requirements of which activities you need to do because everybody contributes differently. So say you love presenting, like you want to
Mhm.
present to your user group on webinars once a month and you just
Mhm.
love it, but you hate writing. So you don't want to blog or you don't want to write articles. That's
Uh-huh.
fine. It's the key is to um, find something you enjoy. This should be fun. You should, it's people that like sharing their knowledge. So
Mhm.
um, it's all about what interests you, I think, to find your way. Um,
Okay,
and
Jennifer, in nutshell, we can say that whichever way you do, just we need to contribute to the community, and we can get the award, right?
yeah, yes. And I'll talk more at the very end. I'll
Okay.
remember to talk more about the criteria. Um, so we kind of talked about this, the ways to get started. Find your tribe, which means find the people that are talking about things that you're interested in, connecting with them, start contributing yourself. And then the one other thing I wanted to mention was a lot of ACEs and Groundbreaker ambassadors and Java champions have benefited from job opportunities. So they get their network developed, they're in touch with the people that they connect with the most, and they learn about job openings. A lot of advocates have found out about job opportunities from each other. And the other thing is we have a lot of advocates who are consultants, so they work for themselves and just work like contracting. So there's many that have found contracting roles through networking with other members. It's a great group to network with because these people are all active, right? And then we also have a email distribution list. So if you ever have a question, you could just email the other ACEs too. So it's a lot of networking support too. Okay. So once you get to that point where you're active and you're helping in the community, this is how you apply. So it's acenomination.oracle.com, or for Groundbreakers, it's GBA, so Groundbreaker Ambassador nomination.oracle.com. And then let me talk a little bit about the requirements. So what we're looking at when we review people is the last 12 months of activities. So if you've been blogging a couple times a month for a year, you easily qualify for the associate level. If you write an article, I'm not sure, do you have a newsletter for your user group that you share with each other? Or no?
Not yet, but we are planning to do it very soon.
Okay, yeah, so if you write an article, a technical article, and it's published in your newsletter, that counts for sure. And if you give a technical webinar, then that counts also as points. I say points because we assign points to different contributions, so we have an idea of where people fall in the program. But that's just several examples. So if you give a few presentations, or if you're blogging a couple times a month for a year, then you'd be eligible. So I don't know if anybody has any questions on that part. And here's I mentioned I'd give you some of the links. The free tier is just oracle.com/free. Another source of content, I didn't really mention this earlier, were the Oracle blogs. And ACEs have been, and Groundbreaker ambassadors have been published on oracle.com before too. So that's another area to get published once you, have built up your reputation in the community, is getting included on oracle.com. So does anybody have any other questions?
Yeah, Jennifer, one of the attendees has asked how long it takes to get recognition once someone gets nominated.
That is a good question. So we tell people we will review them within 12 weeks. We've had a backlog of, I'm just going to tell you, a lot of nominations, but we are working our way through those, and in the next couple of months we'll be caught up. So because we're looking at 12 months of activity, let's say if your members haven't done anything and they're starting now, by the time we review you, then we'll be completely caught up. And I actually recommend you get nominated, you nominate yourself, or somebody nominates you probably 9 or 10 months after, because it'll take, a month or so at least to get it reviewed. So that's my advice.
Okay,
and then you
so
can always, you can always email me too if you have questions
yes,
about the nomination process.
okay. So Jennifer, this is my question. Is there any difference between nominating myself or someone nominating me?
That's a great question. So if somebody is nominated by, for example, an Oracle product manager, they might get reviewed a little faster than somebody that self-nominates, somebody that we don't know. So we do tend to prioritize the ones nominated by Oracle product managers, because we know they've already been vetted a little bit. They've already been reviewed. But, and the other thing is, ACE directors, that top level, you cannot nominate yourself for that level. You have to be nominated by someone else. But for associate or ACE, it's it doesn't matter, to be honest, if you nominate yourself or somebody nominates you.
So one of the attendees has asked, is the nomination process the same for the Java champions also?
No, great question.
Mm.
Um, because the Java Champion program is more independent, Java champions decide who gets nominated. So only a Java champion can nominate somebody to be in the program. And then the Java champions all vote. So all of them have the opportunity to vote on that person. And they have to get at least 3 confirms. And if 2 people disagree with the nomination, the person will not become a Java champion. So that process is very different than the ACE and Groundbreaker ambassadors.
And Jennifer, this is my question. I have heard about the Oracle S director become demoted, uh, their title being reduced or they being uh, get out.
Alumni?
Yeah, alumni.
Yeah, we call
Thank
it
you.
alumni.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
Basically, I was about to ask that, is this only for Oracle S director only, or it is applicable for Oracle S associates and Oracle S also?
yeah, that's it. That's another great question. So when you get the award
Mm-hmm.
is based on your last 12 months of activity. But once you are in the program, we have a review period. It's June 1st through May 31st.
Mm-hmm.
So every single June, we're reviewing all the ACEs, the associates, the ACEs, the ACE directors. We go through all 450 and we look at what they've been doing and seeing where they fit in those different levels to see if they should still be in the program.
Mm-hmm.
So for example, we automatically look at all the associates in June and see what they've been doing and see whether they should be promoted to ACE. So we do that automatically. And
Oh,
then the ACE,
you mean to say once someone become a Oracle S associates, Oracle will continuously review them every year and get promoted itself, right?
yeah, so so once you're in the program, we have an app that you use. It's an Apex app, and you
Mm-hmm.
enter in your contributions. So for example, if you do a blog post, you just enter it in, like this is the date and this is my blog post. If you give a presentation, you give a link to your name on the agenda at a conference, and then we verify that you gave that presentation. So we have you enter all your activities for 2 reasons. One, we have, you know what, I should have included this link. I am so sorry I didn't. There's something called ACEs in Action blog. So the ACEs in Action blog gets published about once a week, and it highlights what the ACEs are doing. So that's another great way to find active ACEs, by the way. So we use those entries in the app to pull what you've been doing to add to our blog to help promote you and what you're doing. And also that promotion helps raise your profile in the overall Oracle community. So it's, you know, it's good for another thing that's kind of good for your career, right? And then we use that also to figure out, are you contributing enough to be an associate, to be an ACE? And ACE director is a little bit different because they're much more active. But so sometimes people, you know, a lot of times they're promoted from associate to ACE, but other times, you know, people will have a 6-month or a 9-month work projects that's really intense, and so they can't contribute as much during that time, or they, you know, have a baby in the family or somebody sick. So, you know, it's normal that your contributions can change, right? Because people are doing this in their free time. So
Yeah.
sometimes you might have more time to devote to it, and sometimes you might have less. And we totally understand that. It can ebb and flow. So you can say be an ACE, and then let's say you know, you have a baby, you know, your spouse has a baby and you're busy, and then you might move to alumni, but then you know, the baby's sleeping through the night, so now you can blog again, and then you come back into the program. So people come and go.
Okay, so Jennifer, I just want to confirm this because I know about the certification requirement. That do we need any certification for the Oracle ACE program?
No,
No. Yep.
no.
Uh, okay,
Oh, and
Jennifer.
the other thing, sorry,
Mhm,
one thing I should have mentioned is all the examples I have in my presentation are English, but
mhm.
a lot of our ACEs are blogging and writing things in their native language. So it doesn't matter. That's another question I sometimes get is, does it have to be in English? And the answer is no.
Okay. Okay, guys. Any more questions? Just type it in the chat section.
And I'm really happy everybody joined. And I hope you're inspired to blog or present or get a newsletter going.
Yeah, definitely we are. And basically, we learned a lot about these programs because we have during the reading there are very limited resource regarding these our programs, right? So
Okay.
we have definitely learned a lot with your presentation, and it's a very wonderful and very fruitful presentation. And thank you so much for it.
Oh, sure. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate it.
We need to post. Oh, there is one question from Romin. Do we need to post any blog on the Oracle personal blog site?
On the Oracle site?
Yep.
No, no, you don't have to. Most people are doing it on their own personal
Mm-hmm.
blog. Once people have a higher profile and they've been publishing a lot, we help you get an account, an Oracle developer account on Medium. So I don't know if you're familiar with Medium, but we have an Oracle developer kind of area on Medium, and we help to promote you there too. We really
Okay.
do a lot to promote our, you know, the members on oracle.com or through blogs or social media as much as we can.
Jennifer, I'm just a little bit curious about the travel facility that is being provided to Oracle ACE directors. So basically, how many travel options do Oracle provide for these Oracle ACE directors?
Yeah, so when an ACE director gets accepted to a conference,
Mm-hmm.
what we do is we're looking for someone that's giving it, in general, at least 2 presentations at a conference,
Okay.
and they're somehow showing Oracle Cloud. And the one thing I didn't mention, you know, I mentioned the free tier account that all of you can get now,
Mm-hmm.
but we also have a much higher account we give to ACE directors and
Oh.
Groundbreaker ambassadors. And the reason is when you're presenting at these conferences, we want you to demo, you know, we want you to show Oracle Cloud. So we give you a lot more credits to be able to do that. And we have an app, again, an Apex app,
Uh-huh.
where the ACE directors and ambassadors enter in their travel requests. So you just include the conference and, you know, the costs, and then we can get that process. So it's a huge benefit for being in the program. And like I said, we also have tours. I don't know if you're familiar with the Yatra tour that's in India, but we've got an Asia Pacific tour, which is New Zealand,
Yeah.
Australia, China, Taiwan, Japan, you know, South Korea. And then we have a Europe and Middle East tour. We have a North tour. So what that means is we provide travel also for ACE directors to speak
Mm-hmm.
on those tours. So
Okay.
it's another great opportunity. Yeah, we have a lot of speaking opportunities.
Okay, got it. So basically you have mentioned about some privileged account in the cloud for S directors, right? So that they can do some demo during their presentation and all this stuff. Is this
Yes.
only available for Oracle S director, or is it available for Oracle S associates and Oracle S also?
Yeah, it's just available for directors.
Okay.
And once you check out the free tier account, you'll see that
Mm-hmm.
you can do a lot with just the free tier account now.
Yeah. Yep.
The free tier account launched, I
Mhm.
want to say September, so it hasn't been around that long. So we can talk offline about how to get your members set up with those.
Yeah, sure. Sure, we will definitely do that.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, if you have any questions, we will just wait for a couple of minutes.
And I have one question for you. How many of your members are on Twitter? I'm just curious.
Uh, I do not have exact count, but I'm sure most of the members are in the tutors. I guess all of
Oh,
the members are in the tutor. So definitely, because I'm little bit poor in maintaining these all the stats and all this data. So I do not have the exact count, but I'm sure everyone is in the tutor.
okay. Just one. I was just curious.
Okay, no problem.
Okay.
And okay, guys, so we are wrapping up the presentation, and thank you so much for attending this presentation, attending this webinar, and thank you so much, Jennifer, for presenting this such an awesome and important information to us. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye, Jennifer. We will talk offline very soon regarding the
Okay. Thank you.
and have a wonderful and great weekend. Take care. Bye.